Oh, yes, we are back at it again, everybody. It's race number 8 of our 23 race season. And tonight's gonna be a really good one, I feel. Because tonight, it's a must win situation for us. I mean, we still are we're like halfway through the regular season, but after last week's dismal finish we had at Kentucky, we really need to rebound. Anyway, welcome everybody. I am Dr. Detroit, your race car driver. Anyway, why don't we just go ahead and get things started here? Let's go ahead and get rid of the text, not that. Let's get rid of this, and jump in here. Alright, so we need to discuss a few things before we get out on the track because, well, we need to look back at some of the races that we just did. For those that may have missed it, here's what happened. So, for those of you that may know, we won it at Homestead. That was our last victory so far. And then we finished 19th in Pocono, and then we were gunning for the race lead at Kentucky, and then the car just snapped loose on me, and I ended up finishing back in 28th, which put us way back in the point standings. Basically, we're down to third in the season standings. So let's take a look at those standings really quick. Let's take a look at the playoff standings first. Look at this. Jesse Little was the big surprise who won last week at Kentucky, and he put himself in the playoffs. And look at his stats right here. He only has 12 playoff points to his name. So I don't know how far he's going to go in this championship, but man, oh man, this is crazy. So half of the 10 drivers, actually half of the 10 drivers have been decided. So we are solidly up at the top right now with 3 victories to our name. Stuart Friesen, Matt Crafton, Johnny Sauter, and now Jesse Little are all locked in for the playoffs. And as you take a look down here, you can see that Todd Gilliland, Grant Enfinger, Sheldon Creed, Ross Chastain, and Riley Herbst are ones that need to find victories to lock themselves into the playoffs. You can take a look at who needs points right now. Austin Hill is 14 points back. In fact, you can see how close Austin Hill, Jordan Anderson, and Christian Eckes are together. In fact, one of those 3 drivers could bump their way into the top 10. Ben Rhodes would need some big help, and so will Tyler Hill. And then you see the other drivers that will need to make their way into the playoffs. But in the regular season standings, we fell back to third because of our 2 poor finishes. We are over 30 points behind Stuart Friesen, and we really need to get back up at the top of the heap. Because here's why. Next week is the Kansas double. That's right, there will be a doubleheader at Kansas, and we want to get the most points that we can. So if we can win this race and go on and win Kansas, the 2 races, then we should be able to knock ourselves back into the top of the heap. But it's going to have to take a mountain of luck. Because this week, we're off the Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Vankor350 at the Texas Motor Speedway. It's a good track. It's a very good track for us. I tested here a couple of times, and the truck we have is really, really, really good. So I'm really excited to see what this will do. Now let's take a look at the other events coming up, so that way you guys can mark your calendars. Starting after this one, next week we'll be going to the Digital Alley 250, which will be race number 1, and then we'll have race number 2, which will follow on the same week on that Thursday. Then it'll be off to Michigan for the Corrigan Oil 200. That should be a cool race. I need to go testing there to get the truck to work correctly. And then it's off to Daytona, which will be a lot of fun. But those are the next couple of races, excuse me, that you guys will get to be a part of. So right now, we are definitely in a good title contention. And this is going to be really, really fun. In fact, I am excited to see what exactly is going to happen in this race. You know, can we actually do it? Can we actually go and win this? That would be huge. That would be great. And above all, that would put us back in championship contention because, yeah, you know, 3rd place in the point standings, you still are kind of in championship contention. But remember, the points here, you don't get very many points. You only get 32 points just for winning. Alright? So, what we have to do is this. To get the points lead back, Stuart Friesen is going to have to finish, I think, at least 5th or worse. And then we have to finish 4th or better. Now, we're not deciding the regular season champion yet. I mean, we've still got like 8 races before we start the playoffs, but still we want to be really good with this. So, I think without further delay, let's go right into Texas Motor Speedway. Let's see what we can do. Hope y'all are going to have a good time here, but let me do something really quick. Let me make sure that I'm seeing the numbers right. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started and head to the event. It's going to be a long one, so you might want to strap in, because this is going to be a good, this should be good. And as you can see, we've not had any hiccups because I kept the same stuff for this particular deal. So now we'll see how this plays out. I've never seen that Nascar Fanatec wheel, to be honest. As a matter of fact, I don't even think anybody else has either. Alright. Once we get into the track, we will go right to qualifying. Alright, here we are at Texas Motor Speedway. Let's go right into qualifying. Alright. Here we go.
Alright, take driver.
Hopefully we can get a nice little lap in, because I know we're going to start somewhere near the back, but we might want to see if we can do something. So get the tires on the new bed as we go down the back straightaway. Alright, here we go, coming out of turn 4. Let's see what this qualifying lap can do. Who knows, maybe this year we might actually not even get a pole position, but you never know.
Alright now, just like practice, qualifying count. Here we go.
Alright, here we go. Turn 1 and 2, nice and easy, a nice firm line going in the corner. We'll control it out here on the back street. Let's get a little bit closer to the wall. Hello, Alex. Welcome. Turn 3 and 4, bring it way down towards the bottom. This lap is not going to be a whole lot, but hopefully it gets us something good. But out of the final corner, to the straightaway.
Alright, time
32, 35 will put us 24th. So that's not bad. That's almost cracking the top 20. So, at least we're not last, and we don't plan to be last in this race. Look at Jesse Little down there in 30th. He's got the pole. Johnny Sauter. Ooh, he beat Stuart Friesen. That's good. Alright, so let's see. Do we start in 24th? Yeah, we start in 24th. Alright, 75 laps will make up the running. This should be really fun. I hope that we don't wreck in this race, because we need to finish 4th or better, and we need to hope Stuart Friesen finishes below 5th to get back the points lead. So if you guys are ready, I know I am. Let's do this. Alright, let's see if anybody dropped to the back or what's going to happen. So Tyler Ankrum's going to be quick, Christian Eckes struggled, and Natalie Decker, who starts behind us, failed technical inspection, so she starts at the back. Alright, here we go. Starting 24th, matches our truck number. The pace truck is in. The starter has the flag, and we are underway here in Texas.
Inside.
Ooh, look at that, our truck is really good right now. In fact, did you see us? We already made a little pass there on plate.
Stay on the bottom. Alright, clear outside.
Really careful here. Hello, Chase. Welcome. I mean Chase Omega, not Chase Elliott.
Still there.
Ooh! Touch the white line a little bit to try and get underneath Josh Raymond to take over the 21st spot. And we got him.
Careful, still there.
I think the screen picked up a little tight there, but it's not screwing us over. Now we got to get past Spencer Boyd, who's in that 20 car. In that 20 truck, I should say, excuse me.
Got a car coming inside now. Alright, You're clear there.
Josh Rayoon behind us. Best we can. It's a 16-lap stage, so let's see how many points we can, how many positions we can move up. It's down there at the bottom of the screen. I see the Grant Enfinger has taken the race lead away from the race leader, so teammates in Force Sport
Got one up top.
are definitely doing something back there as Austin Wayne self gives us a little nudge.
Careful. Still there. All
We're
clear.
going to be really careful here, but now we've cracked the top
Hold your
two.
line. Got one inside.
Hopefully we can make some more moves out here, but here comes Austin Wayne self to the bottom of the racetrack. See if we can run high. Run high up here, but it's
Careful.
not
Still there.
high enough. So Austin Wayne self takes the 20th spot, and he's going to go after 19th. Holy cracker, look at him go. That's insane. It's an insane lap time. Ripped into the back of Gustine. The Sutter and Grant Enfinger battle for the lead down there at the bottom left. This is going to be one of those races where we're pretty much our truck will definitely be better the longer we go. But right now, it's some good short runs.
Stay on the bottom.
That's for sure. We're going to go 3 wide here and see if we can get past Gustine and Spencer Boyd. We'll get Gustine right there.
Still there.
There we go.
Clear high, bud.
Now Spencer Boyd sets up the racetrack, put us almost to the 19th.
Outside.
Now give us 19th. Not quite. Austin Wayne self to the outside.
Careful. Still there.
We'll get him here.
Clear all around.
Now we'll focus our attention on Tanner Gray and Austin Wayne self. This first stage is feeling really good. The truck is feeling very hooked up.
Inside. Low
So,
clear.
the way it did at Atlanta, or not. That was a good race for us. We finished like second. Spencer Boyd goes spinning around. Did you guys see that?
Caution's out. Wave them off.
The caution flag is out. Turn your mic up. Oh, that's weird. Here, let me see if I can do it like that. There we go. It's probably because the gain was turned down a bit. Hopefully that helps. Alright, so we're in 19th right now. We don't need to pit, so we're not going to pit here, but we will advance to the restart. Alright, here we go. We're starting 19th,
Drive safe. Be
restarting
smart.
19th. Let's see
Reset
if
on
this will
Almost
help us out a
ready.
bit. Restart.
Flag is in the air. Got one peeking outside.
Oh, look at that. We had a great start right there.
You got room.
We just blew by Austin Wayne self and Tanner Gray. Now we just need to get past Ty Majewski and Jordan Anderson in front of us. Ooh, truck pushing a little bit.
Still there.
But this is the closest we've ever been to the top 10 in the first stage, which is really good. So this truck is really, it feels really nice. Definitely feels like what it did back at Atlanta. Is the best way I can describe it. Charlotte was also good for us too, but Atlanta we were really dominating over there. All right, now here we go. Everybody's fanning out 3 wide. Want to keep it nice and tidy down there. By the way, is the mic better? Is the mic louder? Here we go, coming into the corner. Austin Wayne self giving us another push.
Still there.
That'll move us back down to 17th. Now just keeping an eye on how this will go. We got 6 laps to go in stage number 1. Would love to get myself some stage points as we get up the track really hard. Holy shnikes.
Say hi, say hi.
Man, did you guys see how much we pushed up the track? That's a little insane. So let's see what happens here. As now Ty Majewski tries to make a move on us to grab 17th place.
Still there.
But it looks like he's not going to get it done. 5 to go this time around. So now let's try this again. Look at that. We're really catching up as there goes Riley Herbst. He's going to lose a ton of positions. It looks like he's going to lose quite a few. Man, he just like slipped all the way back. Here we go. Let's see if we can push the issue just a little bit here. We're going to go 3 wide and move us up into 15th.
You're all clear up top there.
But is it too little too late? Is it too little too late for us to get stage points? Ooh, easy there.
Great flag.
4 laps to go in this stage. Jordan Anderson down the bottom. Oh, gave him a little tap right there, but we push up the track. Here comes Austin Wayne Self, who is now becoming a thorn in my side. Because man, his truck is fast. I'm impressed with it too. Let's see what happens here. We'll take the middle. Nice and easy through here, but he's going to have the better launch off the corner, I feel. Let's see what happens. He's going to get me right here. We're going to get a little help from Brett Moffitt. 3 to go. This time around, Austin Wayne Self would just stop hitting me driver's side. We'd be fine. We'd all have a Merry Christmas. Whoa. Got a little loose, but that was because of Brett Moffitt behind me. But we'll hold him off here. I don't think we have a truck strong enough to get up to 11th to 10th place. In fact, we're losing ground here. We're losing time because we have to get around these guys. 2 to go. It's gonna be really hard to get stage points here because we wasted so much time. And who's that in front of us? That's Stuart Friesen! What is he doing back here? Oh my god, is Stuart Friesen gonna start faltering? He's back here in the 11th position. That's who we need to pass. Well, let's see if we can pass him. I mean, we won't get any stage points, and neither will he. So does this mean we're gonna be even? Well, let's see. White flag is out in stage 1. If Austin Wayne Self hits me again, I'm gonna turn his ass. But not here. Not here. Alright, Wayne, you're gonna have to give me some room. Alright, let's see what happens here as we gun it into the inside. Can we hold off Austin Wayne Self? Coming to the checkered flag. Stuart Friesen will not score any points. It's gonna be close. We will take 12th. We will take 12th. Wow. But me and Stuart Friesen did not receive any stage points. So we're kind of even on this. Alright, nobody's coming to pit road yet, so we're gonna not pit. And now we're on to stage 2. Now is the mic better, guys? Is the mic better? Let's see if it is. Stage 2, we're gonna start on the outside of Stuart Friesen. And here we go, stage 2, green flag. Oh, look at, oh my goodness, look at that. Got a good run right there. Got a magnificent run right there as we had a pretty good deal. Here comes Stuart Friesen to the bottom. Is he going to have enough? Not quite. But this is where our truck seems to shine a lot, so let's see what happens as we bring this over. Not quite. We need the low side is really what it comes down to. But I also don't want to get caught up in all of this. Leading the way right now is Grant Enfinger from the looks of it. There's Ben Rhodes. Just keep an eye on him. Don't push up into him. We don't want to push him. We just want to have a good finish. We're going to pass him into 9th. And now we can take care of Matt Crafton and some of these other guys. Truck pushed up a little too wide. Now Ben Rhodes tries the outside. He can't get it done. Now we're going to get in next to Matt Crafton here. Ooh, came right down in front of us. I don't want to push him too hard, but I think I kind of moved him out of the way a little bit, so... Don't hit him! God, the truck just really pushed up, but I'm scared to make an adjustment on this thing. Alright, here we go. Ross Chastain. We're going to get him down here on the bottom. There we go. Move us up in the 7th. Ooh, did you see that Tyler Ankrum almost got into John Hunter Nemechek? It kind of looks like John Hunter Nemechek has already been in some sort of damage. Just from one side, but we'll see what happens. See if we can pass him down the back chute. There we go. And now we go to Tyler Ankrum, who runs 5th. He's one of the drivers that everybody said was going to be pretty good, but he slips up the racetrack. We're going to let the bottom. We're going to stay down there, and bump us into the top 5.
10
10 to go this time.
Clear that.
Up ahead of us, that is Austin Hill in the number 16 truck. And then up ahead will be Johnny Sauter, Sheldon Creed, and then Grant Enfinger. It's good to see Creed running pretty well. Oh, and we got a caution, and everybody's going to be pitting. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. All right, let's see. I'm going to put a little bit of extra tape on. I'm going to put an extra tape. No, nothing there. Don't really need to play with the tire adjustments, but I think I'm going to give us a little harder right front tire so we can lean on that a little bit. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, we stayed 5th, but Johnny Sauter took over the point. Now we're all on new tires here. Let's see what happens.
Be ready.
Green flag. Ooh, great start right there. Great start. So now we're up into 3rd place. There's Grant Enfinger and Johnny Sauter. Now we're going to push ourselves into 2nd place. Grant Enfinger is right there behind us.
You're all clear up
Is that Grant Enfinger? No, it's Austin Hill. The thingy did not update properly. But right now, Johnny Sauter holds the tie side. Here comes Grant Enfinger and Austin Hill down, basically above us. Oh boy.
outside. Go.
Now, we can't afford to lose too many more positions. What is going on here? Oh my god, Tyler Ankrum is pushed us, just nearly wrecked us. Probably should have taken 2 tires, because now look at this. We are out. We're just hanging on by a Fred. Backcrafting, what are you doing?
Outside now.
Wow, look at this.
Car coming inside now.
We are losing positions because of the new tires.
Got one
Look at that.
inside. Got one up top.
Oh no.
You're all clear up.
Ah!
5 to
Big
go.
crash. Big crash. Oh man. I think we collected Stuart Friesen in that, but man, the truck is screwed up. All right, we got to bring it into pit road and get some damage taken care of. That's what I was afraid of. All right. So we got damage taken care of. So neither Stuart Friesen or myself are gonna score any stage points in this race, which this is weird. Alright, here we go. Green flag. Don't know why my truck decided to just dart down to the inside, but okay.
I need 2 more solid laps.
Alright, 2 more laps to go. Why is everybody slowing down in front of me? I think it's because this is one of the trucks that was involved in the incident, so Scooby Department coming through, hot stuff.
Clear all around.
So it looks like we're going to finish 19th in this stage, which means in the last stage, we're going to need a little bit of help. Now, hopefully Stuart Friesen did not score any stage points, because if he did, then there goes the points lead chances for this race. So here we go, white flag in stage 2. But God, did you see everybody just like take us over? You know, we may have to do a 2-tire stop. May have to do a 2-tire stop, because I don't know if we're going to need another stop after this, but who knows? We'll see. Anyway, coming out of the final couple of corners, let's see if we can pick off Tanner Gray. Can't get it done. So now we'll double check and see where Friesen is running and where we're running. So we finished 19th in that stage. Let's see, where is 12th? Okay, so we're still even. He has not scored a single stage point. So, alright, so let's see. 40 laps are going to remain. So we got plenty of tires, and we can run this stage to the end, I think. Let's see. 7 laps? Yeah, we can run this to a green-white checker if need be. Alright, here we go. Restarting 19th. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can bring ourselves back up here.
Ready?
Final stage, green flag.
Half down, half to go. This time by.
37 laps to go, and we got about 47 laps, so we're going to be just fine on fuel. But it will be interesting because if we get a late race caution, we may stay out because older tires seem to be the king for us. Look up ahead, right side, there's Stuart Friesen. He's the points leader right now. So we may get our hope that he finishes 5th or worst, or 5th or worse in this race. But let's see if we can get up there, because he and I have not scored stage points at all in this race. Zane Smith ahead of us. Let's see if we can get past Zane. There we go. We made it on the in-Zane line. In-Zane, insane. In-Zaya, in-Zaya. Try and see if we can hold him off. Our tires need to wear in a little bit more, but I can feel the truck is really starting to pick up on me. It's really starting to feel good. 35 to go. As we continue going past here, let's also let everybody know that with Stuart Friesen doing terrible right now, we could score some major points. We just need to get up past him. But I need my tires to get in a little bit more. So let's see what happens here. Just got to get around Spencer Boyd. He's really holding me up. 34 to go. Let's see if we can utilize the top side here. This is a multi-groove track, but in real life they put resin down. And the resin was to help give everybody a little bit more grip. But what it did is that it turned the track into a 1.5 groove circuit instead of a 3 groove circuit. And people want to 911 this track, unfortunately. But Texas is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, we are having some good fun here. Alright, now we're up into 14th. There's Stuart Friesen ahead of us. Just gotta keep this nice and tidy and see what we can do. Because right now, Grant Enfinger is pulling out to a good lead. In fact, he's got the lead by over 4.1 seconds, and it's slowly growing from us to him. But don't worry, we'll soon have the rocket ship truck that we need. Now put Austin Hill on the race lead. Wow, the lead is changing hands back and forth here, which is really good. Man, this has been a really entertaining race, that's for sure. If you're not entertained, then I can't help you. Coming out of the line, we are slowly closing the gap on Stuart Friesen. Give us 31 to go. This is where the truck will definitely come into play. Let's see, Mr. Jazzy, hi there. Thank you for coming into the stream. If you just tuned in, we didn't score stage points in stage 1 and 2, but we're now to the final stage where it's for all the marbles. And right now, we are chasing down the points leader who's ahead of us, Stuart Friesen. God, this is really going to be good. Alright, we're slowly closing the gap on Stuart Friesen. We might need one more caution or something to help us out here because our tires are slowly getting to where we need to be, but Grant Enfinger is getting smaller in our front windshield. Ooh, careful. 29 to go. There's Stuart Friesen ahead of us. See if we can try to catch him as the truck goes up the racetrack a little bit. There's also one truck out of the race. I'm not sure who that is. We'll have to find out exactly who that might have been. Might have been Natalie Decker, or may have been somebody else. I don't know. I wish they had a running total of where everybody is. So, 28 laps to go. We are slowly catching these guys, and now we've caught Stuart Friesen and Brett Moffitt. Now we just need to make some moves and pass them. Go into turn 3 and 4 we go. We're going to get Stuart Friesen here, but not quite. To the bottom we go. And there goes Stuart Friesen right behind us. 27 laps to go. This is where my truck is going to come into play. Because it's starting to really come into me. Now here's Austin Wayne Self ahead of us. Now, I don't think anybody told me, but is the mic better? I turned up the gain a little bit so you guys can hear me better. 26 to go. As you can see, we're about to crack the top 10, as now Austin Hill has taken over the race lead. Austin Hill could easily lock himself into the playoffs tonight if he were to win. Put us in front of Austin Wayne Self. Now there's Matt Crafton ahead of us. Matt Crafton's already locked in, so we got to get up there and get into the top 10. But right now, this truck is really starting to become a hot rod. Like, I think we're really starting to see this go. Now, if we get a late race caution, we might not come to pit road. Or we could take fuel only and maybe no tires. Just have to see what happens here. Okay, trying to get around Matt Crafton. Looks like that high side is not really working too well for us. So let's see if we can get him here. Oof, kind of slipped right into us. Just need to try and get a nose underneath him. Almost puts us towards the grass. Hello, top 10. Okay, good. The mic is better. Good, thank you. Up ahead is Sheldon Creed and Ross Chastain, and let's see, are we closing the gap at all? 5.4 seconds. So we are it's grown a little bit, but I'm sure that when we get into some lap traffic, it's gonna screw up Grant Enfinger. I mean, at this point, we kind of don't need to win the race. We can easily be here and get stage points because Stuart Friesen has had a very rough race. But everything could change with a yellow flag. But let's hope that we don't get one. I mean, it's going to be a double-edged sword because if we do get a yellow flag and everybody comes to pit road, we could just take fuel only and be the leader. I'm not going to take 4 tires. I don't think I want to take 2 tires. I mean, I could take 2 tires with the left sides being this way, but I don't know. Let's see what happens here. 22 laps to go. We are still very fast. Ooh, slipping up the track as we hit the wall. Not supposed to do that. Ooh, that right front is really starting to show some wear, so we may need a 2-tire stop. I don't know. Oh, there's the caution. And it looks like Austin Hill's got problems. Oh, this changed everything. Okay. We got 22 laps remaining. We're not pitting. We're gonna ride this out because now we're gonna be able to possibly get the lead here. Here we go. And the green flag is back out. 18 laps to go. Look at this. We are within striking distance of the lead trucks. There's Tyler Ankrum, Todd Gilliland, Johnny Sauter on the outside, and it looks like I can't tell who that is. I think is that Grant Enfinger? I think it is. Here we go. We're gonna try and make it go 3 wide here. Tyler Ankrum to the bottom. Johnny Sauter relinquishes 4th place to us. Ooh, this is gonna get good. Ooh, right into Tyler Ankrum. Didn't mean to do that. 17 to go. We can't let Grant Enfinger get too far ahead of us. We really need to get up there and pass him. Johnny Sauter trying to get in there, but doesn't get it. But now we can get down towards the bottom. Now we'll get in behind Tyler Ankrum, get around him. Not quite. God, he's got a really quick truck. That's really good. If Grant Enfinger gets in, that's like 3 of the 4 sport trucks in the playoffs. And dang, if we get these guys, it's gonna be interesting. So now let's see here, coming right up behind Grant Enfinger, give him a nice little bump, just to let him know that we're here. There he goes high. Let's see if we can make the move to the bottom. And to the lead we go. We are now leading the Vankor350 at Texas Motor Speedway with 15 laps to go. But here comes Grant Enfinger to the bottom. Grant Enfinger has a little bit better truck, but not quite. So now we're going to hang on to the race lead. By the way, folks, how's the stream looking? Is it nice and smooth, aside from just a few minor hiccups? Because it might look like it's lagging a bit, but no, I think it's just because it's processing all the graphics that are going on right here. 14 to go. I'm going to stay up here and see if I can preserve that right front, because right now the tires are wearing pretty well, and that right front is starting to show some better action too. So we'll go ahead and run up high to allow for the tire to not have to work too much. But look at this, we are starting to get a good lead on Grant Enfinger. Your top 5 is that we lead Grant Enfinger 2nd, Johnny Sauter 3rd, Tyler Ankrum 4th, and Todd Gilliland is currently in 5th. But now we're going to slowly start to build on this lead a little bit. You can see the snarling trucks back there. Are these bots or real people? These are the AI. These are the AI. This is a full season playthrough. Believe me, I wish I could run against these real guys. 12 to go this time. It's getting pretty good. It's good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that, Alex. And by the way, folks, I will say this. This truck, I'll have to take a look at the schedule again, but if we go back to Texas or anywhere, we'll take this very same truck to to the race itself. Here we go, 11 laps to go. And we've grown the lead to about 1.9 seconds, almost 2 seconds ahead of Grant Enfinger. But as you can see, he can kind of close the gap a little bit, but we're still making good progress here. We're still doing pretty well. I'm running the high side to keep an eye on that right front tire because I'm a little concerned about it. Ooh, it's down to 44%, now 43. We're going to be really careful here. 10 to go. That tire should help us out a little bit. Let's just make sure that we can keep it nice and cool, which is a little tricky because it's the tire that we use the most. But at least we are now inside of 10 to go, and we got a 2.7 second lead ahead of Grant Enfinger. So if we can keep this up without any cautions, then we'll be fine. 9 to go at the stripe. And we're getting a little bit better with our lap times as well, which is really good. This truck is probably the best truck we've had so far. The gap is now 3.1 seconds ahead of Grant Enfinger. They now just look like ants back there. But it's certainly been a very cool race. And a very big one too. Now, what is this going to do to the regular season standings? I kind of don't know. I think we're probably going to eat into Stuart Friesen's lead, but I highly doubt we're going to take the points lead back this early. We may need Kansas, as now Austin Hill makes the pass on Grant Enfinger for second. This race is definitely going to shake up the playoff order, especially with everything that's going on. But this will solidify us more in first. Ooh, touched the white line. Don't want to do that. That would have upset the truck big time. But look at this. We are starting to cash lap traffic. I don't think it's going to be a problem. 7 to go this time. That wheel is really starting to wear a lot more, but we're still within a good window here. The gap is slowly closing a little bit, back down to 2.9 seconds, but we are keeping it nice and easy. But if you notice, Austin Hill is slowly starting to reel us in, because I think that right front's starting to give us trouble. 6 to go. Can we hold this race lead and run away with this? The gap is now 2.8 seconds. So we're kind of gaining and losing at the same time to Austin Hill. In fact, he's really starting to close the gap now. So let's see what happens. He's probably running a totally different line compared to us. But is he going to have enough time to get to us? I don't know. We will get up to some lap traffic here, so this will probably help us out. 5 to go this time. If we win this race, it'll be win number 4 of the season. But we're gonna see what happens here. There's Jason White. Let's see if these lap trucks are gonna play nice with us. They do. Jason White got out of the way. Then we continue back through here, and is that Christian Eckes back here that we're about to put a lap down on? It certainly is. Oh my goodness. Well, the gap is now down to 2.2 seconds ahead of Austin Hill. The truck is definitely losing pace, and I think it's because of that right front tire, but I think Austin Hill is going to catch us, but can he pass us? That's a totally different story. But I think he may run out of laps. The gap is now 2 seconds. 2.2 seconds at least. There we go. Into the corner we go. We took it way deep. Ooh, that truck got wicked loose. 32% on the tire wear on the front. Oh boy. 3 laps to go. As long as we can hold this lead, we will be home free. And those lap cars are actually starting to become a problem for Austin Hill. Look at the gap now. It's up to 2.4 seconds.
Stay low.
Now we put Gustine a lap down. We're coming in the side of 2 to go, this time by. There's Jennifer Jo Cobb. We're about to put her a lap down. And right now, these lap trucks are giving us all the room we needed. 2 to go. As long as these tires hold out, as long as this right front tire holds out, we're going to be just fine. The gap is now 2.6 seconds ahead of second place. Tanner Gray almost makes us go way too high. Now we'll get past Angelo Ruck here. Ruck goes way down, cuts us off a little bit, but the gap is still 2.6 seconds. My truck is really feeling loose right now. White flag is out. The next flag ends the race. Is this the year, or is this the race where we are going to have redemption? We had 2 poor finishes. We had an 18th at Pocono and a 28th place finish at Kentucky. But now, at the Texas Motor Speedway, we are going to come up with turn 3 and 4. Oh, hell yeah, baby. Put on some barbecue and put on some country. We have just won the Vankor350. We are back in the regular season standings. Yes! Yes! Alright. We did it, everybody. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's strike a match and burn it down. Yes! Come on. Let's do this. Alright. See if we can do it right. Alright, a nice little slide job there, but that's okay. Whew! That was good. Alright, let's watch the replay, because I want to see like what happened to Austin Hill and some of the others, if we can see that. Ooh, look at this. How close was it? Let me see. Ooh, look at how close we were to getting passed by Austin Wayne's self. That is crazy. Look at this. Wow. By a few 1,000ths of a second, we were able to beat Austin Wayne's self to the line. That's awesome. So then here was us in stage 2. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Austin Hill, because I really want to see what happened. I don't think it's even going to show us, because there he is right there. And this was definitely during the beginning stages of stage 2. And then we got into an accident here because, see, look at this. Everybody just simply took us way down to the bottom. Ooh, Jordan Anderson with a hard hit. That's a big one. Now let's see here. So Johnny Sauter did win that stage, but what happened to Austin Hill? Why did he have a problem? So they're probably not going to show us what happened to him, but I think maybe an engine failure or something. But how about we see the Reese's sweet move of the race, which I think is us passing for the lead. Let me find it here. Should be this one. As we make a pass on Grant Enfinger to take home first place and take home the victory. Look at that. Beautiful. So there we go. Oh, Austin Hill came back to finish second. That's who was right there. Alright. But who are the two trucks that failed to finish the race? Let me see. Clay Greenfield and Joe Nemechek. Alright. So let's see. Where did Stuart Friesen finish? 13th. So what did this do for the championship standings? Let's see. Ooh! We are tied with Johnny Sauter now. But we've eaten into Stuart Friesen's lead. So that's good news. That's very good news. We made a big pickup on him. So, not quite what we needed in terms of points, but we're almost back in the lead. So we'll just have to see how we do in Kansas. And there's our truck in Speedy Cash victory lane. So good to see that 24 truck back in victory lane, even after everything that we did. Alright, so the fastest lap went to Grant Enfinger, of course. Let's see, he also led the most laps. Did we get the most made-up positions award? Oh, we certainly did. And who got the tough break award? Oh, Tanner Gray, back down to 25th. Yikes. But that was a fun race. That was an absolutely epic race. That was a really epic race. I really enjoyed that. Alright, so that puts us in great position. Well, that was a really great thing. Give me one quick second here. Because I need to do something really quick before we do the last little bits. Alright, so we took home the win. I kind of want to see exactly... Let's see, I was just reminded of Amby and Dexter. Nice. Mr. Jazzy, you enjoyed that. So let's take a look at the playoff standings now, because I want to see where everybody is. Ooh, Austin Hill is now in the top 10, but now Riley Herbst is way back. In fact, take a look at the points now. Everybody is just all over the joint now. So if we switch back over here to this, let me see if we do a little math here. So let me see if we do a little math here and see if we can figure out how many points we are out. So 336 minus 314. We are exactly 22 points out of first place. All we really need is to win both Kansas races, and we could run away with this championship, but who knows. But anyway, our next race is going to be next week when we do 2 races. We'll do one in one stream and then one in the other. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and stay tuned this Saturday. I don't know if there's going to be a convoy on the ITC yet, but I will let you guys know what happens. I don't know if there'll be a convoy or not, but if there is, it'll be streamed. If there isn't, then we'll figure out something for this coming Saturday evening. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And by the way, too, if you are subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe to my mod down there, Chase Omega, because he's got some pretty cool streams coming very soon, and he streams a lot of great stuff, as well as also has some interesting things to say about some of the games. So if you're sub to me, sub to Chase, alright? You can do that by clicking his name down there in the chat log and subscribing to him as well. So, until next time, everybody, I'll see you guys next time. And once again, we took home the win at Texas, and I'll tell you, it's redemption for us. So enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, and as always, everybody, take care, stay hydrated, and well, just make sure you don't burn up.